Tim Hilde here with Ambush Outdoor Products. Today I want to give you some helpful tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your skid house. The whole concept of skid house ice fishing is to fish more. You can get on the ice earlier in the season and stay on the ice later in the season. It also happens that early ice and late ice are the best times to fish. Furthermore, you can pull them with a snowmobile, ATV, UTV, or your truck. You do not need to wait for plowed roads to move or locate your skid house. And of course, when you're warm and comfortable, you can stay out on the ice longer. Today, we're going to cover loading a skid house, unloading a skid house, breaking your skid house free when iced in, and introduce you to the new Ambush Swivel Hitch. We'll also include a checklist of equipment and tools that will reduce downtime and increase fish time. If you are trailering your unit, there are several ways to get it loaded. If your trailer is big enough, all you have to do is pull your skid house up on the trailer with your ATV or UTV. If this is not a possibility, you need to think about a winch. Several possibilities to consider are a come-along, an attached winch, a portable winch, or use the winch from your tow vehicle. To use the come-along to get the unit up on the trailer, first attach the hook from the come-along securely somewhere on the front of the trailer. On the other hook, attach one end of the tow strap, and with the other end, attach it to your skid house hitch. Once secure, you can operate the come-along to get your skid house up on the trailer. The benefit of this technique is that it is an inexpensive option. You can buy a come-along for between $40 and $60. If you have a winch on your ATV or UTV, you can use it to pull your unit on the trailer. Park your tow vehicle at the front of your trailer and wrap the cable around a centered post. If you don't center the winch cable, it will pull the skid house in the direction of your tow vehicle. You want it to pull directly down the center of the trailer. The benefit of this option is that you already have it and there is no additional cost. It works better to have two people, one to activate the winch and the other to guide the skid house. Another option is to buy a portable electric winch or one that could be mounted to your trailer. The portable winch attaches to your trailer with a hook, or you could bolt or weld a permanent winch to your trailer so it is easier to use. These can be purchased for between $200 and $300. I recommend a 2.5-ton winch to get the job done. The benefit is ease of use and speed. No matter how you load a trailer, it is a good idea to have someone else to guide the unit as it is going up. If you have a deck over trailer, make some guides out of 2x4s. Finally, make sure you do your loading and unloading on a level surface. If there is snow or ice on your trailer, your skid house could easily slide off of the sides if care isn't taken or the trailer is leaning in one direction. When securing your skid house, make sure to use 2-inch straps or wider. Do not use 1-inch or 1.5-inch straps. These are not strong enough and have been known to break in transit. To unload your skid house, if there is snow or ice on your trailer, chances are all you have to do is unstrap the skid house and push it off the trailer by hand. Just make sure you are lined up straight and push. From there, attach your hitch to the unit and then your tow vehicle and pull it away. If pushing the skid house off the trailer is not an option, attach the hitch to the side of the skid house facing the rear of the trailer. If possible, back your tow vehicle up to the ramp and attach it to the hitch. If that is not possible, use your winch from your tow vehicle or a tow strap if you do not have a winch to pull the unit off the trailer. Make sure the unit and tow vehicle are lined up straight so the skid house does not slide off the trailer or ramp. If your skid house has been located in a particular spot for a while, it could get iced in, especially if there is flooding. The best and fastest way is to unlodge the skid house by using a handyman jack in the middle of the chassis. Clear away the banked snow, place the jack, and pop the skid house loose from the ice. This is the fastest and most hassle-free way to break your skid house loose from the ice. A handyman jack can be purchased in the range of $75 to $125. Once you have broken the skid house loose from the snow, you can drive straight away. To help reduce the likelihood of getting iced in is to be sure to stay away from large drifts or a snow pile from the snowplow. Also, do not drill a hole in a plowed road that is close to the skid house. One technique that you cannot do is hook up a tow vehicle at an angle and try to force the unit free. Skid houses are designed to be pulled straight in either direction. Damage can and will occur if you try to force the unit free, especially at an angle. Be sure to break the skid house free from the ice first before attempting to tow it. Another handy tool that will speed up your move is an ambush swivel hitch. When your unit has been iced in, the ice keeps the skid house locked in and will not move laterally until you get it out. That means that you have to back up your tow vehicle and be lined up perfectly with the hitch. Practically speaking, this means several attempts. With the ambush swivel hitch, all you have to do is get close to the hitch when backing. Unpin the swivel hitch and position it so you can hook it up. Once you have the hitch attached to your tow vehicle, pull forward a few feet and put the pins back in. You are now ready to tow it away. The whole process of breaking your unit free from the ice and hooking up to the tow vehicle using an ambush swivel hitch usually takes less than 5 minutes. Once you know a few tricks, fishing out of a skid house is easy and comfortable. With these techniques, you will be able to spend more time fishing with less downtime. Another way to increase your time fishing and reduce downtime is to make sure you have the right equipment at all times. Following is a checklist of equipment and items you should have with you at all times. 1. An extra regulator and crescent wrench. Regulators can freeze sometimes and do not allow propane to flow to your heater. If that happens and you don't have a backup regulator, it can shut you down. It also pays to have a spare propane tank with you at all times. You can keep it locked inside when you're not using your skid house and put it outside while you are fishing. 3. Make sure you bring a charged battery for your light and other accessories. A spare is a good idea. You should consider bringing a headlamp with you in the event you have trouble with your battery. 4. Bring a shovel so you can bank your skid house with snow. Banking makes a big difference on warmth and propane usage. The shovel comes in handy also if you get stuck. If you have any questions or would like an email of the checklist, please contact us at 866-259-2635 or email at info@ambushoutdoorproducts.com. Well, that's it. I hope this video helps and I wish you the very best ice fishing this season.